everyone, my name is Beth Belshaw and this is my exclusive interview with Metdaan. So I am a hairstylist from the UK and most of my videos you will see me doing on these two. So these are my daughters. This is
Abby.
How old are you, Abs?
9.
Abby's 9, just turned. And this is?
Bailey.
Yeah, and how old are you, Bailey?
5. 6 now.
6. Well, the reason she got it wrong, guys, is because we are on our way to a party in a minute because it's Bailey's 6th birthday.
I used to be 5, that's why I sometimes get it wrong.
Yeah, like yesterday you were 5, weren't you? Well, basically, I was just a mum. I had a 3-year-old Abby at the time. She's now 9, so she was 3. And her hair just grew and grew and grew so quickly, and I was really overwhelmed and I didn't know what to do with all this hair. So I just started going on YouTube, having a look at all the different videos, and yeah, that's how I got started. So before I knew how to do hair, my hobbies were none. I was a mum, 2 small kids, I loved to cook, but in terms of like any kind of skill, no. Basically, I can braid and I can do hair, and that's where it ends, guys. So yeah, that's my thing. In terms of like my training, you could say I'm self-taught because no, I haven't been to school, I haven't been to college, I haven't had like a tutor or anybody to show me. So in that regards, I am self-taught, but really, we can all teach ourselves now because I basically taught myself from watching videos. So yeah, there's some things that I practice myself, a new skill, but most of the time I would be on YouTube and I would be looking at how other people did it and I'd just be copying. So you could say that they taught me and now I'm teaching others. So it's however you want to interpret that. So no, I haven't actually been and studied and gone to college. However, I have been watching how others do it in order to learn how to style hair. Okay, now behind the scenes, guys, of all these videos that you see, you see videos on Metdaan, all these different sort of creators, and you see this really polished, edited video, but believe me, behind the scenes, it can be an absolute nightmare. So for starters, I've got to get the model in, I've got to practice the style, the videographer in, I've got to do all the editing, but whilst you're filming, it all goes off, one of the lights will fall over, you'll start to style, and sometimes I completely forget what I'm doing. I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, how am I even doing this braid? Is it over or under? But obviously all that gets edited out, so you just see this lovely hands moving as though we never go wrong, but believe me, there's some disasters behind those videos, definitely. So, inspiration, the same as you guys, if you were to like, decorate your house, or you could go on Pinterest, you could go on the internet, it's exactly the same for me. So sometimes I'll be on Instagram and I'll see something that I love and I'll put my own sort of interpretation on that style. If I do a direct copy of somebody else's work, I always tag that person. But occasionally I'll get a client and they'll ask for this amazing style. I'll post a picture, the response will be amazing, and then that'll be my cue to say, right, people are really interested in this style, and then I'll make a video of it. So when I first started Sweetheart's hair, it was just me and Abby. So I'd do a picture, I'd do a video, all on Abby, and then obviously little Bailey came along. But as I started to up how many videos I was doing in the month, I just didn't feel like it was fair to just constantly do it on the girls. So that's when I started asking models to come in, and I do certain styles on models. Now some of the styles are kids styles, so I do tend to do those on Abby and Bailey, but to tell you the truth, they're pretty patient about it. As long as I've got some books, some colouring in, or the favourite app on the phone going on, they are really, really good, and we'll have little breaks in between and we'll have a laugh. So most of the time it's no issue. If I feel like, they are children at the end of the day, and if they're tired or not feeling up to it, we'll just postpone to another day, it's not a problem. But I do feel really lucky, but in all fairness, they've been in this since they were tiny, so it's all they've known. So they just get involved, and yeah, it usually comes out pretty good. So I think because I now do use other models as well as the girls, it's sort of given us that nice balance. So they don't feel like they're constantly having to sit there getting their hair done. So in terms of like our relationship together, they know the videos come in, they get to choose the outfit, they get to pick whatever they want to sort of keep them occupied. And it's quite nice that they're all involved with the family business really, because my husband's involved, he does all the tech. Obviously I do like the actual tutorials, and then the girls are in a lot of the tutorials. So it is quite a nice sort of feeling that we as a family can all get involved together. Now there's a few things I think that you need to know if you want to create a nice, neat and smooth hairstyle. You've got to have a kit. Even if you're a complete novice, you need a really small kit. And that should be a really good detangling brush, a detangler spray, a comb, and some kind of like smoothing spray, so like a wax spray or a dry oil spray. That's really going to help you get that finish on the hair, that nice smoothness to the hair. So that's your kit. And then the other thing is, take your time and have the patience to make sure that every single stage that you're doing is looking right. You know, if you need to take something out and redo it, that's what you do. And a lot of the time in my videos, there's a lot of like cleaning, I call it. So when I'm braiding, you take the hair and then I do this about 7 or 8 times with the strand of hair, making sure it looks all smooth. But I kind of edit that out because it's just so boring to watch. But yeah, behind the scenes, that is what I do. So the product that we managed to launch a few years ago is the Sweethearts Hair Detangler, and I love this product, guys. It's basically a hair detangler. You spray it on the hair, there's no greasiness, there's no stickiness, there's no parabens, there's no chemicals, there's no synthetic chemicals at all. And it makes the hair so much easier to brush. So for a mum like me, of 2, it's just a lifesaver in the morning, and it's a product that we are really proud of because we made it ourselves. My husband actually makes it, he's very clever. And we sell to 42 different countries. It's had thousands of 5-star reviews. In terms of difficulties in launching the product, now that's a whole different ballgame. We were novices, we didn't know what we were doing. You have to get it tested. There's so much labels and barcodes, and it was a minefield. If we had to do it again, we'd be brilliant. It'd be off the shelves straight away. But yeah, to start with, nightmare, but totally worth it. So my plans for the future are pretty simple. Mid last year we were like, stop. We'd overdone everything. We tried to do too much, and there was just no balance between work life and family life at all. So we scaled back, and I can honestly say it's the best decision we ever made because I want longevity. I want to continue doing this company. I love it, but I've got a family as well. So I feel like we sort of finally got there at the end of last year where we'd hit this brilliant stage where there was balance between work life and family life, and that's what I want to sort of continue moving forward into 2019.